everybody. I was looking outside my window today and it's not very warm out. The sun is shining a little bit, but it keeps hiding behind the clouds and I'm just feeling kind of cold and chilly. So I snuggled up on the couch with my cozy blanket and I thought maybe we could read some stories together today. I think we'll start with The Very Cranky Bear, written and illustrated by Nick Bland. We know this one. I love this story. In the jingle-jangled jungle on a cold and rainy day, 4 little friends found a perfect place to play. Moose had marvelous antlers and Lion a golden mane. And Zebra had fantastic stripes. But Sheep, well, Sheep was plain. None of them had noticed that someone else was there. Sleeping in that very cave was a very cranky bear. Can you roar? Roar for me. Excellent. Roar, went the cranky bear. Roar, roar, roar. He gnashed his teeth and stomped his feet and chased them out the door. So in that jingle-jangle jungle on a cold and rainy day, 4 little friends had nowhere warm to play. Oh no, those poor animals. Wait a minute, said the zebra as she scratched her furry chin. Maybe if we cheer him up, he'll let us come back in. If I didn't have my stripes, she said, I'd be cranky too. We should give that bear some stripes. That's what we should do. Stripes are silly, Moose complained, especially on a bear. My antlers always cheer me up. Let's give that bear a pair. You ever seen a bear with stripes and an antler? No, said Lion. Antlers are bore. A golden mane like mine, he said, will cheer him up for sure. I've never seen a bear with a mane before. So Zebra fetched a tin of mud and Lion some grass of gold, and Moose got 2 big branches, and Sheep stayed outside and she got cold. Sheep was getting worried. They've been eaten up for sure. They've been in there way too long. Oh, she's nervous. And then from in that cave there came a very cranky, ready? Roar! Excellent. Zebra, Lion, and Moose ran out and Bear was right behind them. They hid behind the bushes where they hoped he wouldn't find them. Why is he still cranky? He's got antlers, stripes, and a mane. Before we gave him those, Lion said, he looked so very plain. Have you ever seen a bear that looks like this? What a funny looking bear. No wonder he's so grumpy. He's got stuff on him that doesn't feel good. As Bear stormed back inside the cave, he turned and roared at Sheep. All I really want is a quiet place to sleep. Poor Sheep, she looks so frightened. So Sheep fetched a pair of clippers and she clipped off half her wool. She stuffed it in a cotton bag until the bag was full. She tiptoed back inside the cave. Excuse me, Bear, she said, but would you like a pillow for underneath your head? That was very kind of her. She brought a pillow. She made a pillow out of her own wool. Oh, well, thank you very much, said Bear, and soon she fell asleep. Maybe he was dreaming of a plain but thoughtful sheep. That was so kind of Sheep. I'm very proud of Sheep for doing something so thoughtful. Oops, I think my book might fall. I think I'll tuck it over here instead. There we go. You ready? Now I chose another book. This storybook is all about one of my very favorite characters in books all the time. You guys know her because we read all about Lola all the time. I love Lola books. This one's called Lola at the Library, and it's written by Anna McQuinn, and it's illustrated by Rosalind Beardshaw. Let's see what Lola gets up to at the library. Lola loves Tuesdays. On Tuesdays, Lola and her mummy go to the library. I think Lola might have woken up her mummy a little too early. Don't think it was time to go to the library just yet. The library opens at 9 o'clock, but Lola's always ready to go long before that. She puts all of the books she borrowed last week into her backpack and makes sure her library card is ready. It's very important. Look at that. That's her library card right there. The library's not very far, so Lola and her mummy walk there. They see lots of their neighbors. She's saying hi to a baby. Lola and her mummy give back the books from last week. The librarian buzzes them through the machine. Bzz, 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 bzz. My library's a little different. I don't buzz my books through a machine when I check them back into the library. I just put them in a little slot that the librarians take them out of, and they get them back into the library circulation. There's a special section in the library that's just for children. It's really cool. Nobody ever says, shh. Sometimes there's even singing. Lola knows all the words and the hands for Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. That's awesome. We love that song. Sometimes there's even story time. Lola loves that. Look at that. She's sitting with all kinds of friends listening to stories. After story time, Lola chooses her books. In the library, she can have any book she wants. At my house, I don't have a big library, but I do have some stories I can choose from, and I always know where my favorite ones are, so I can take them off the shelf anytime to look at them. Lola likes stories with bears and anything with shoes. There's so many, it takes her ages to choose. Boy, look at that stack she's got already. Mommy has some books too. The librarian buzzes them through the machine and then stamps the date inside. At my library, I get to do the buzzing. I walk my books up to the machine and I put them in a little cubby hole, and it goes beep, beep, beep. And then it prints me out a little slip of paper that shows me the date that all of my books are due back at the library. I love that piece of paper. I keep it safe, and then I know exactly what I took out and exactly what to bring back and exactly when to do it. Lola must bring back her books in 2 weeks, but she'll probably be back long before then. Lola and her mummy always get a snack after visiting the library. Mummy has a cappuccino and Lola has some juice. And if Lola's been very good, Mummy lets her taste the foam from her cappuccino. Foam is whipped up milk. It's kind of tasty. Then it's time to head home again. Every night after Lola gets tucked into bed, her mummy reads her a story. It's the very best way to end the day. I love that Lola and her mummy have a routine. They go to the library every Tuesday. Right now, our routines are a little bit mixed up. Things are different. Usually my routine is to get up in the morning time and have a shower and eat my breakfast and get ready to go to school and visit with all of you. But we can't do that right now. So I make sure that I do other things in my routine that makes our day feel pretty good. So I always make sure that I have some outside time and some play time. I always make sure that I eat my lunch at the same time every day. And I always make sure that I get to play games and spend some time with my family. And that makes my day feel like I have a really good routine. Alrighty guys, I got one last story for us today. This book is all about pirates. It's called Grandma and the Pirates. And I love this story. It's so funny. It's written by Phoebe Gilman. She's from Canada. You guys ready? Okay, it's a long one, so you gotta make sure you're comfy. Pull up your blanket, get cozy, snuggle in, bounce a little bit. All set? Okay, here we go. It was because of her wonderful noodle pudding that Grandma met the pirates. What's noodle pudding? I'm curious. On a warm summer day, when Melissa was over in the meadow picking buttercups and daisies, Oliver said to Grandma, "I want a noodle." So, Grandma cooked a noodle pudding and set it on the windowsill to cool. A delicious noodly aroma wafted out onto the warm sea breezes. Said Oliver. I think you guys need to see who Oliver is. Oliver isn't a little boy. Oliver is a parrot, and that's Grandma right there. And over here, there's Melissa picking daisies and buttercups in the field. Yo ho yum, said 3 hungry, savage pirates who happened to be sailing past. None of them could cook very well. I guess that's not something pirates are very practiced at. For breakfast, lunch, and supper, they ate raw fish and barnacles. Ooh. At snack time, they sucked on seaweed. Ooh. When that delicious noodly aroma reached their 3 savage noses, they stopped the ship, dropped the anchor, and rowed ashore. Yo ho yum yum, we smell noodles, we want some. Yo ho yum yum, look out noodles, here we come. Look at those pirates, they're singing their song about noodles. They swaggered up to Grandma's house and they grabbed that noodle pudding. Unhand those noodles, said Grandma, but they swallowed them down. Glop, 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 glop. Much better than seaweed, they said. What else do you have to eat? I guess they liked her cooking. They opened Grandma's cupboard, and into their pirate sacks went strawberry shortcake, mashed potatoes too, pickled beets, pot roast, and luscious meatball stew, lamb chops, lollipops, and peanut butter spread. Maybe it's not nut butter. Pizza pie, popcorn, and pumpernickel bread. Cheddar cheese, cream cheese, blueberry juice, apricot dumplings, and rich chocolate mousse, cold chicken salad, spicy apple strudel, oatmeal muffins, and every last noodle. Oh, I'd be so sad if all the noodles left my house. I love noodles. Then, as if that wasn't savage enough, they popped Grandma and Oliver into their sacks too. Help, help, help! We're being kidnapped by pirates, yelled Grandma and Oliver. Well, when Melissa heard that, she dropped her buttercups and daisies and ran back to the house as fast as she could. Look at that. I could see Grandma's feet sticking out of the pirate sack and Melissa running to catch up to them. Oh boy. I think some mischief is about to happen. It wasn't fast enough. They were gone. Melissa looked out at the ship still anchored in the bay. She could hear the roar and clamor the pirates were making as they fought over who had the most food. They'll be eating all day, Melissa said to herself. I think I'll wait until dark. It'll be safer to rescue Grandma and Oliver then. By the light of the moon, she swam out to the ship and climbed aboard. The pirates were fast asleep. How happy Melissa, Grandma, and Oliver were to see each other. Lower the smaller boat. We'll sneak away while the pirates are sleeping, whispered Melissa. It's not going to be that easy, Grandma sighed. The boss pirate has chained Oliver to the parrot perch, and he keeps the keys in his boot. Melissa tiptoed over and reached inside the pirate's boot. Ho, 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 laughed the boss pirate. He was very ticklish. He laughed so hard that he woke himself up. All the other pirates woke up too. And then he stopped laughing and growled. It's not nice to steal. I don't think she was stealing. I think she was helping her family. You stole my Grandma and Oliver. Oh, quiet you, the boss pirate roared. She's my Grandma now, and you are my new cabin boy. Start swabbing the deck. Well, the pirates pulled up anchor and sailed away, taking Melissa, Grandma, and Oliver with them. Uh-oh, how are they going to get out of there now? Now they're stuck on a boat with those crazy pirates. It wasn't a bad life at first. At least they were together. Oliver learned to sing old pirate songs. We are rough, we are tough, we are gruff, gruff, gruff. We are gruff, we are tough, we are rough, rough, rough. Grandma cooked lots of noodle puddings, and Melissa did help to sail the ship. It might have actually been fun if only the pirates hadn't been so mean and nasty. Look at those pirates. They don't actually look very mean and nasty, but they aren't letting Grandma and Melissa and Oliver go, and that's not very kind. But they were. They sailed their pirate ship around the world, robbing and plundering everywhere. And when they weren't robbing and plundering, they were teasing poor Oliver. They made him feel bad. That's very unkind. He must be seasick. He looks a little green. They'd grab his noodle and say, Polly don't want a noodle. Polly want a cracker. Look at that. They aren't very nice. They don't look mean, but they aren't very kind. The situation was becoming desperate. That means it was an emergency to get off that ship. Every time they tried to escape, they got caught. Once, when the pirates were busy counting their gold, Melissa lowered the boat, but the boat rattled and banged against the side of the ship. And another time, Grandma thought they should hide in a treasure chest and get carried ashore. That might have worked, but Oliver sneezed. I didn't know that parakeets could sneeze. Then one day, as they were nearing the island of Bula Bula, Melissa said something shocking. We have to stop trying to get away from them. Never, cried Grandma. We need to get off this ship. No, you don't understand, said Melissa. We don't have to get away from them. We know how to sail the ship. We'll just trick them into getting away from us. Here's my plan. I'll draw up a fake map and pretend to be whispering about a lost treasure buried on Bula Bula. Look at that. Ooh, Melissa's got a sneaky idea, and it might just work. They waited until they were sure that the pirates were listening. Psst, 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 psst. Treasure. Psst, psst, psst. Map. Psst, psst, psst. Bula Bula. The boss pirate grabbed the map. Oh, please don't steal our treasure, cried Melissa. Ho, 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 laughed the boss pirate. It's my treasure now. Well, Grandma, Melissa, and Oliver watched as they scrambled up the island's rocky coast. They're going to love it there, said Melissa, as she pulled up the anchor and started to sail away. The pirates dug a lot of holes in Bula Bula before they noticed. Egads, they said. Where's our ship? Oh, Melissa and Grandma and Oliver pulled a very sneaky trick on those pirates, but they got back to safety. Well, I enjoyed having story time with you guys. That was really wonderful. I can't wait till we can have story time together again soon. Take care. Bye.